Up, done.
I've worked with you long enough now to understand you that you don't even need to explain how do I need to understand you, I tell you. but no, look, we'll be hoping that that Robert Ans can get a good run out there, because it certainly has been a bit of poison ivy for them. So here we go. Boat number 69 of Rugen Hokusima and Jake Wood. They're going out there. He's got the hammer down. He knows he's got to make this count. He's already going to get into the top.
Well, not with the look like into that channel that he just did there. He was very, very lucky. And now that luck has run out. He's given it a big hip and shoulder. He'll have a massive gut full of weed onto the intake of the jet unit. It looks as though it's cleared itself, though. No, it hasn't. No. Put his foot down. Needs to keep going. Hopefully it'll drop out now. So, Ruben, whatever you do, you must complete this lap to be able to progress to the next stage. It doesn't matter if it takes 5 minutes.
Well, we hope it doesn't take 5 minutes.
Well, we hope it doesn't, no, but if it does, it's good for him and bad for us.
Yeah. It's just as long as he beats his Hastings lap from last year, we'll be happy.
Yeah, that was about 17 minutes. Yeah. Or that was 3 hours, 17 minutes, 52 seconds,
so
wasn't it?
We had time to go and have a coffee and come back, and he was still going round.
Well,
but that's okay. We did promise we wouldn't mention that, and nobody's heard us say that, so we're okay.
Did we go and have a coffee in Napier while he was doing that?
Yeah, we did. As he comes around, he's made the same rotation, so that's okay. He has finished. We will see him back out in the top 6. Put your hands together for them, folks. Ruben Hokusima and Jakey Wood.
That is actually very, very smart driving from that young man. We do see a lot of people, the rookies coming through, make that mistake into these sudden death eliminations, go, oh, that's frustrating, take it back to the trailer or throw them out for the rest of the meeting. Ruben Hokusima, presence of mind to continue on the lap at a slower pace, knowing that he's got another opportunity still to come.
Yeah, he'll be happy with that. As you said, KV, all he had to do was get across the line. He realised that. Must have had your insight there, mate, and he's done that. So he'll be going back now. They'll debrief. Mate, we've got to stay out of the mud to get clean, though.
Well, it was the extra sensory perception that was going on between myself and the automatic transmission rebuilder. There was a bit of zen going on there. But anyway, that's enough of that sort of nonsense. Kevin Roberts and Grant Gibson out now in the Stinger machine, the Nissan V8 twin turbo. Just wondering if we can grab that sheet there, Matt, that showed the top 6 qualifier, the top Superboat qualifying times.
You remember Kev's last round, he just took it a wee bit cautiously, drove it, but he's come out of the gate not cautiously at all. He's got the hammer down, plenty on that right foot, KV, and he's going to see if he can post a good time. Remember, folks, he's just got to finish. There's only 5 in the field, so this is a bit of a practice run. They're pretty lucky when it comes to that. Unlike the other boats that had to qualify, all these guys have got to do is go round and finish, and they'll be in the top 6.
Interestingly, Kevin Roberts is probably having the best meeting so far in his career. He's been very, very consistent indeed. In the past, he has had a lot of trouble with getting the rotation sorted out, and at the moment, it is looking pretty good. So, Kev Roberts, all we want to do, mate, just see you get this boat back up onto the trailer, get the rotation AAK, and then smash it. Not now, Kev. Smash it next time out.
Yeah, KV, I think we're going to have to put you on mute, mate, because you've done that to about 4 boats today. But no, he's managed to get him across the line, folks. Give him a round of applause as he goes past you. He's finished. He's got up there. He'll be back on the trailer. They'll go back debrief, and hopefully he'll come out firing a little bit quicker than that to try and get a place on the podium.
Actually, Kevin Roberts has gone a second quicker than his previous best time. So
and he went slower then. He was going slow when he got that good time. So
yeah. So very good to see that Kevin Roberts starting to make some inroads into that time, moving in towards that top 6. So Rob Coley, the Mouthfresh machine, Mouthfresh toothpaste, the best tasting toothpaste in the world.
That's the toothpaste you'll find on my travel bag, mate.
And he's fantastic. Every time I come through customs, they like it that much, they take it off me.
Really?
Oh, every time.
You don't work for Rob secretly, do you?
Well, no, I just like the toothpaste. I just keep taking it off me. It's like go and buy your own.
Inconsiderate.
Oh, no, it's wrong. But we've had a few issues with this poison ivy machine. Let's hope that they can stitch this one together. Oh, there's Angry Rob. There's the man that we're used to seeing. He's just got into it and gone, right, I need to really nail this one if I want to feature in the top 3. Grabbed a little bit of the outside of the bank on the corporate side there. Little bit ragged. Ooh, got the good look at the underneath of the hull as he went from right to left. Swung on that wheel hard. This split's going to be pretty good. We've lost the split.
It's so good we've lost it. As he goes around the top of the track. Yeah, he hangs into there. Got that wrong before. Back across the side of the track. Round towards the commentary box. That's a freaky picture, I can tell you, folks. I'd rather be up on the bank. Down that back straight past the corporates. He's got a couple to go as he hooks in there.
Come on, Rob.
Fly around. Here he comes.
Oh, that's a great run, and the boat's on fire. A bit of flame out the back. It was just exhaust. Come out the exhaust. I had a quick look. I went, whoa, I thought it was on fire. And that was a phenomenal run. So we've got a problem with the transponder. We are just going to see if there is a transponder on the boat. It looks as though there is. So there was a transponder problem. Chewy, our chief safety crew, rescue crew man there, just having a look in the back there. We did see the flame coming out, possibly just out of the exhaust there. So regardless, because Rob Coley finished that run, if the transponder's in there, he will progress into the top 6. But wow, what a time of the day to stitch one together. I'd love to know what that time was. The transponder had a bit of a malfunction. So
I hope it's not the transponder on fire.
No, there's a little bit of smoke going on there. Could be some oil. Nobody's panicking down there at all. They're sort of, if there was any major panic, well, you'd see people panicking, wouldn't you?
Well, there's a good thing. The fire extinguisher has made its way back past us. And the buckets, he's come back, he said, send me down there with the fire extinguisher, and now he's just walked back the other way, going, they've got buckets, they'll be fine.
Yeah, that's right. Well, interestingly, methanol you can put out with water.
Oh, there you go.
So that is one of the benefits of using methanol. Water will put it out. The negative of methanol is that during the daylight, it burns clear, so you can't see the flames at all. The way that you do notice, for example, if a driver is on fire, is that they will be rolling around the ground looking quite manic, but they are really on fire because you can't see the flames.
That's right.
Good to see that both Rob and Ange are not in that situation at all. So the boat just getting dragged in there. Rob Coley just rubbing his hand over his face there, just wondering what the outcome is. Hopefully we'll get some very good and positive news that Rob will be able to continue his day. We'll take a very quick break. We will continue with the super boat soon, and I do believe it will be Glen Head out next.
So we've got Glen Head and Hayley Todd just hovering in there now, waiting to come out. We've just got a hold up in the boat ramp for some reason. Not too sure what the hold up is, but as soon as we get the all clear, folks, you can mark my words, he will be out of that gate faster than a cat chasing a mouse, I can tell you.
held up at the moment, and this is that moment when you're sitting there, you're all set, you're ready to go. The whole process that you go through is being held up. He now comes into the start chute under starter's orders. Will that little bit of interruption in his process cause any problems? Well, we're about to see Glenn Head and Hayley Todd, Altherm.co.nz, Altherm Window Systems, and of course Lucas Oils on board here with Glenn Head. So, wow, I'll tell you what, the man really starting to lay down some pretty decent times. Came into this with a 48.492, the fastest time of the day. Doesn't need to push it at the moment, just needs to get around the rotation. But knowing Glenn, he will certainly not be driving like Miss Daisy. And just have a look at the way that this boat is trimmed. The 48 that they ran, obviously the trim worked very well because that boat's still quite nose down. The time that you're seeing on the big screen, please ignore that at the moment. There has been a bit of an issue that we're seeing here. So we'll see if this can reset when we come through here. No, that's a problem. So anyway, Glenn Head, Hayley Todd have sorted that out, so they will go back to the pits. Very happy indeed. We'll take a short break. We just have a little bit of a gremlin in the timing system, and before we go into our top 6 eliminations, from 6 we'll cut them to 3 in the Group B. We'll be back in a minute. Ways it was fortuitous for them that we had a bit of an issue with the timing loop. The coaxial cable did something a little bit weird. So Scott Donald, Nicole Reesby in wicket 2 get the opportunity to progress even further. Let's hope that this confidence that we're seeing from Scott Donald so far today continues.
I reckon they won't leave nothing out on the track, KV. After that little bit of a break, they'll be hoping to get out there and post a good time to get into at least the top 3 of an all-5 field. So they'll just maybe take it easy through the middle here. As you can see, folks, they are just going to come around and pick up their split time, and they'll look at a split time of 26.434. Don't know, it's going to be up there. Like I say, they've just got to get across the line, but they'll want to use this as a good run going into the top 6.
Yeah, real big back off into that right-hander there for Scotty Donald. You can see Nicole Reesby got a hand right out in front, said, right, this is where you need to go. So working beautifully as a team at the moment. Just he's really ramped it up in the latter part of that lap, certainly. Scotty Donald with a 52.160. Great time, great run. And we will see them in the top 6. Now, we will reset our clocks and get ready to go top 6 Group B. From these 6, we will cut them down to 3. There'll be plenty of nerves, there'll be plenty of heat because of the